Attention military veterans and military personnel. This is Tracy from Lakewood College, and I am excited to announce the new partnership between ETA Associates and Jamal King's Make Real Estate Real. Give me a call so I can see if you qualify to receive the Make Real Estate Real with no out-of-pocket expense to you. I can be reached at 1-800-517-0857. My extension is 700. You may also visit us at www.money4vets.com. Again, that is money4vets.com. You may also schedule an appointment with me through my text-only number at area code 216-678-9933. I look forward to speaking with you all.
Like, do me a favor. Listen to what I'm telling you. Borrow Maul's experiences. You're watching it, like reading it or listening. Like, well, I don't have to be Jamal, but he's giving me his story. Let me pretend like I'm getting shot at 16 times. Let me pretend like I'm picking up these dead bodies and I'm seeing the inside fall out. Like, let me pretend that this is happening to me. So guess what? So then you can pretend you have the success that Maul has.
This episode of the Secrets to Success podcast is brought to you by none other than Organifi. Organifi is an organic superfood supplement line that makes quality, trusted nutrition convenient and accessible. Their most popular product, the green juice, can supercharge your life, restore that glow, and help you to feel decades younger in just 30 seconds per day without having to worry about shopping for ingredients, mixing and blending them, and then cleaning up afterwards. Listen, all ingredients are USDA organic, vegan friendly, and made without GMO ingredients, gluten, or soy. Where else can you get superfoods like chlorella, moringa, spirulina, wheatgrass, ashwagandha, turmeric, just to name a few? This week, guys, especially, I need y'all to go check it out. Organifi meets Black Friday. You get to double up on the discounts, all right? Use the promo code SUCCESS to save 10%. And then on top of that, guys, there's a site-wide 20% off discount. So you get to save 30% this week. So go to Organifi.com/success. Again, that's Organifi.com/success and use that promo code SUCCESS, all right? Get you and your family something that really makes a difference in their health this week. Today's show is brought to you by Ashford University. When you think of your future, you think of goals, of where you want to be. Substitute dreams for goals, and suddenly, planning your future is bigger because no one ever has small dreams. Dare to dream bigger and start your bigger future with a degree from Ashford University. Go from dreaming to doing. Your bigger future starts today at Ashford University. There's no fee to apply or standardized testing required to enroll. Go to ashford.edu/success. Again, that's ashford.edu/success. Not all programs are available in all states.
I wake up every single day. I am who I say I am. And I get what I get because I live in beast mode. Stop being gazelles. You're not average. You're not even good. You were born to be great.
What's going on, world? Welcome to another edition of the Secret to Success podcast. I'm your host, CJ, joined as always by the Bayesian sensation. Hey. Extra Bayesian today. I see it.
Just going to say I'm repping, y'all. What's happening?
Come on. Shout out to the island of Barbados. Carl Wesley Phillips in the building. To my right, your left, I have Dr. King, the 9-to-5 millionaire, in the building, checking in. What's happening?
Man, what's good, brother?
Hey, man, I'm ready to do a podcast, dog.
Hey, let's go, dog. Let's go.
Joining us via satellite. Via satellite.
One and only.
The good Dr. Douglas Thomas. 120 designs. You know what I'm saying? Hey, the Peloton got you looking kind of fit, dog.
Hey,
I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if it's the shirt or like something going on, but you look diesel.
I got Jamal. I got my Jamal. I got my Jamal.
I always told Maul my muscles the same size. He just got smaller shirts.
Yeah, that's what it is.
You know, I didn't know the key. I thought the XL was my swag.
No, dog. You got two sizes smaller, bro.
You got to get a medium 120.
Man, there you go. I do need you to get back because this podcast and turned into the AARP podcast.
Oh, Lord,
I need to get some young energy in here. Carl and Ma was here discussing hip flexor, joint pain remedies. They exchanging secrets, so I need to get back to some regular life. So anyway, how's everybody feeling? Everybody good?
Oh man, wonderful.
Ma still has a slight cough. I just want to let that be known.
First off, I never had
a week later, Mark.
Hey, you know what's crazy? The COVID to turn everybody into liars. Because like anytime you sneeze, cough, anything, you got to make up a little more. Be like, And we be like, oh, he be like, no, I just had some water. We're like, water doesn't make you cough, dog.
Hey, what I noticed though, see CJ just do his on the slide. I have never seen CJ use the washroom this much. Every time, see, like, I gotta go to the washroom.
That's that gallon a day. I'm on that gallon a day.
All right, see, go to that washroom.
You know what I'm saying? I'm on that gallon a day, dog. Yeah, I'm on that gallon a day. So, you know, but more have a different excuse every time.
Every time.
He like, no, dog, I gotta speak. I'm like, I don't know, dog. I don't know what's going on. But keep your distance. We also want to say that we have never, Carl has never had a mask on.
Never.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Have you ever seen a Carl with a mask on, E? We're trying to see. Yeah, Jamie.
No, I never seen him with a mask on.
And then he had the nerve yesterday to say everybody else got masks on, so I should be good. Verify.
Oh, no. Hey, Carl, the neighbors, it ain't never been a COVID. Like the way I seen all of them playing.
Yeah,
the kids and everybody, I'm like, yo, it ain't no COVID. That's a lie. There's no such thing as COVID.
I told him I go 2 places. I go to the church, ain't nobody up here, and I go to piano lessons with one lady house. So we ain't going nowhere.
I tell you, I never felt this kind of uncomfortable.
But I sent CJ a picture of our neighborhood from day one.
Oh, yeah.
From day one. And they all out still playing, barbecuing. Ain't no, what is that? Ghostbusters. I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Shout out to the whole community. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody out there wearing a mask and social distancing and hand sanitizer.
Hey, my mask you know what? My mask is hanging right in the car. If I got to get up and go somewhere, I just pop it
I just
on.
wanted to make sure you had one.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I felt uncomfortable yesterday. Now, so me and CJ, we riding in the front. Carl
with
gets
the
in.
mask.
Yeah, we both got masks on. Yeah. Carl gets in the car.
I told Carl he got to ride out the window like Ace Ventura.
Right. Carl breathing on me, man.
I'm trying to see who Carl voted for. Usually that determines, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, whether to mask or not to mask.
Not to mask.
Hey, y'all lost. Put your mask on.
Put your mask on.
So real
Carl's
quick,
bipartisan.
Man, I am disappointed. I thought I was gonna get a chance to see the hip hop preacher, man, for Thanksgiving. Thought you was gonna be down here with us.
No dressing.
We got a couple days to Thanksgiving. Man.
Hey, tell your pops.
I don't know. Toby FaceTime Pops yesterday and put in an order for some frozen shipped. 8 hour instant shipping. Toby wasn't playing. He FaceTime Pops like, hey, I need to get that. And Pops trying to make it shake for him. I don't know, Cali, a long flight though.
Tell your Pops just to make them for E and I'll take care of them. I got it. Yeah, I'll take care of them.
You know, Carl is the HelloFresh king. He know how to do it.
Let me
Carl
tell you
got
something.
some of them bags and some of the boxes.
Everybody on the podcast, you hear all these sponsors we got, all of it goes to Carl's house. And then Carl rations it out to us.
Oh, for real.
In little pieces. Carl be like, yeah, they only sent a little bit. And Carl whole garage is full of Organifi. I ain't got a green juice in 6 months. Carl whole garage is
Carl making HelloFreshes like they going out of style.
No wonder Carl don't need no mask. He got all the herbs and organics at the house.
Hey, that's why the neighborhood
I can't get sick.
That's why I'm rationing it out to the
Right.
neighborhood.
Lord have mercy.
I ain't mad. You and your neighbors close. Yeah.
So, being that this is a different Thanksgiving and we got just a couple days,
different, bro.
We are going to be locked in the house with the fam and, keep it real small. Usually we would have quite a few people over. Carl, I know you probably gonna have 75 people at the house, so I don't need to ask. You probably got the whole community coming over for turkey. But what's the other two responsible Americans doing for Thanksgiving?
I don't even think Didi and I, we decided we not even, you know what I'm saying, since we on this roll of, trying to, not eat a whole lot, we was like, we probably ain't even gonna do.
I like how you put that. You didn't say he wasn't gonna eat. He said
a whole lot.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just saying the problem I had with Thanksgiving, especially being a pastor, Maul, it's like people go make food and bring it over, and then what our tradition is as a church, we actually have Thanksgiving together. So you do Thursday, then we do our thing after church on Saturday. So it's like, bro, you eat Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and if you're not disciplined, Monday, Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? So we just decided, like,
feast week.
We not gonna be at home.
Yeah.
Let's not keep the 5-6 day eating tradition. Let's just get a small meal on Thursday and just call it quits after that.
So y'all gonna cook or?
No, not like that. We probably gonna pick up a couple things. Didi was like, I want your turkey, but I don't want no whole turkey in the house.
Right.
Yeah. So she was like, can you go get a turkey leg? I was like, I don't know. I'll see. So she was just like, man, maybe I'll make like some potato salad, and we'll get a salad. You make your whatever. I'm like, okay, whatever. So it don't look like it's going down, bro. It
just
look like
get you a small chicken.
This your first Thanksgiving away from the family, though, huh?
Oh, ever. Like Didi basement, auntie basement. You know what I'm saying? No, we ain't never, not with the church. No, we ain't done. I don't go on vacation on Thanksgiving. Now, Christmas I leave, and I used to come to Cali. Isn't that crazy, y'all? I'm telling y'all, Maul. Just thinking about last week, Maul, when you showed the book, it's just like, bro, what's so crazy about life? If you do it right, it'll be a dream one day, and then the next day you'll wake up and it's a reality.
Speak on it, bro. Seriously, speak on that.
Yeah.
Carl.
Hey, just my family
Carl,
at the
like,
house.
I got the whole crew.
Just
Everybody.
my family at the house. We ain't got nothing planned, man. Just cooking at the house, just chilling.
Organifying turkey for everybody.
We gonna stuff the turkey with or green juice. That's the plan. The green powder gonna be right in the turkey.
So, Carl, I know y'all don't do a whole lot of...
maybe y'all should just have Hello Freshes for
Hello Fresh. Oh, I promise you.
Oh.
Carl called me once a year. Like, would you want a Hello Fresh delivery? I'm like, Carl, how many do we get on a year?
C want to know the whole year. C just can't take his one and enjoy it.
I'm like, duh. And then he always send it while I'm here. I'm like, bro, what are we doing with it?
I thought this the time of year we supposed to be thankful.
Hey, what was I gonna say? What y'all doing for? Because I know your folks don't do turkey.
Yeah, no. Me and Tamisha still gonna do something. Tamisha, me, the kids, we gonna still do like turkey or something.
Okay.
But my parents, they on the vegan boy.
Okay, I didn't know if they did the. Oh, they do the vegan, not vegetarian.
Oh, they do the vegan
savage.
boy.
I love that. Yeah, he did it for like 30 seconds. You know what I'm saying? He was vegan for 30. You know what I'm saying? 30 for 30. It got hard. He couldn't do without that mayonnaise. That mayonnaise should eat down.
Hey, that mayonnaise should eat down.
He was like, hold up.
Oh, Ma, I was 30 days, the 31st day. I was like,
He had that shit.
Let me tell you something. Oh, the sandwich king. He cannot go without no sandwich, dog.
And the Cheetos.
Ma, what y'all got up?
Man, bro. Hey, we gonna chill though. We gonna just chill. I got a huge family, and we got grandmothers that live 87 years old. Stuff like that. So I think everybody's just gonna kind of do their thing. But in my house, bro, it's always Thanksgiving. So I'm gonna go ahead. Pops gave us some of that dressing. So I got some dressing, and then I'm going to Harold's Chicken. So forget the turkey. I'm going to get some chicken wings from Harold's, and I'm going to eat some of that Pop's dressing, bro, and we're going to call it a day. Yeah, we're going to call it a day, bro. Like I said, we don't need one day out the year to say I'm thankful for anything, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Today is Thanksgiving.
That's every day.
Everybody, favorite Thanksgiving food?
Man, East turkey.
Really?
Turkey, yeah.
I got to try your turkey, bro.
You do.
Hey, East turkey.
Hey, I feel like CJ now. When you talk about my turkey, I feel like CJ. You feel me?
You know what I'm saying?
Got that confidence.
Yeah. Poke your chest out a little bit.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I mean,
Ma.
besides
no
Pop's
joke,
dressing.
Pop's dressing is a staple.
Come on, that's
Yeah.
that ain't even in the convo.
No.
That's us. If you get two things, that's one.
Facts.
Yeah. But I had to go probably to my mother-in-law. That cake.
I'm saying, I was gonna say where, because she got so many.
Sock it to me cake.
Oh,
Hey, Candace's cake too, though. That's a mean second.
That's Junior
Well,
sock it to
Candace
me.
bite.
I
Yeah,
love
she
my
bite.
wife.
Yeah, she
I love
bite,
my
Ma.
wife. But I don't know if it's the butter to sugar ratio that my mother-in-law got. I promise you, bro.
Really?
Oh, no. And Candace is good.
It's good.
Great.
It's great. Right.
Your father-in-law. Like,
Hey, I've
He
never
said I did
heard
that.
anybody breathe so
oh,
hard.
bruh. Bruh hit a half a cake in one setting.
No, my God.
Like that?
Oh, yeah, no. It's good, but my mother, shout out to my mother-in-law.
Yeah.
It's on a whole nother level, dog. I had to get you some.
I mean, my father-in-law, bro, he could not eat Candace's sock it to me cake with his shoes on. Cause he said he need to wiggle his toes, bro. I was rolling.
Hey, Ma, I had a season in my life where, you know how you watch TV, man. You see people, internet, Instagram. You see people doing stuff sometime more than, even though I'm not, heavily influenced, I could be influenced, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I saw these people with these chefs. You feel me? Everybody had chefs, Ma. And so I was like, I don't like to cook. My girl can cook, but she don't really like doing it that much. And I was on the road a lot. So I was like, I'm gonna get a chef. So I had Candace's mom as my chef.
Wow.
Mom, when I tell you, Mom,
was
Ma,
it vegan? Was it vegan?
Oh, bro.
Was it vegan?
Let me tell you something. It was beyond meat. It was beyond meat. It was beyond meat. Bro, let me tell you something, Ma. It lasted it was like the vegan. We couldn't do a month, Ma. I swear, Ma, we would have been like 600, my 600 pound life.
600-pound life.
Ma, I promise you, Ma. I'm not exaggerating. This is like it's on life, bruh. So she'd make, let's just say, it's Monday. She come to the crib Monday, drop it off. I'm talking about enough chicken for Christmas, bruh. On Monday, Ma. Macaroni and cheese.
Ooh.
Ma, I was looking for a vegetable. So I might have chicken, macaroni and cheese, potato salad, string beans, right? A salad, Ma. And look, I'm not playing. A socket to me cake on Monday, Ma, with the strawberry. What's that called? A Kool-Aid. What's that called? That strawberry cake.
Strawberry cake.
Oh, yeah, strawberry cake. Well, she's a Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid ice.
It's Kool-Aid icing, Ma. Ma, I'm talking about on Monday, Ma. I'm like,
Monday.
yo, I'm not that kind of pastor. So, and mind you, it's just me and Dee Dee. Jalen going to college, Jada in college. Bruh, that was Monday. She re-up on Wednesday. I ain't even finished the stuff on Monday.
Yeah, no.
She didn't read it. Bruh, I went for about 14, 15. Dee Dee was like, stop it. And I was like, yo, why you making so much food? And she's like, I don't know how to cook food.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
A small number. So I just do it big. You can pass it out if you want to.
Yeah, she got
I'm
5
like,
sons. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The boys eat.
That's how my
don't try
pops,
to
he
stay
be on
home.
that stuff too, dog.
Yeah.
My dad would
yeah.
cook for Army, bro. I'm talking about, it's like, dude, who gonna eat all this food?
Oh, man. Shout out to Mr. King. And you know what I like about Mall Pops? By the time you get to the crib, you could get there at 2:00.
Oh, yeah.
Everything ready.
It's warm.
I'm not talking.
it.
I'm talking about he's sitting there looking like, hey,
I love it.
whatever.
I love it.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about everything ready,
love it.
and it's
I
fire.
love it.
So-
If you come to my house, and I tell you dinner started at 2, that means I'm going grocery shopping at 2.
no doubt. That's what I'm saying. Usually that's how it is. You get there, you're like, oh, we're gonna kick. And then we at my crib, we don't eat till like 5, 6. You go over my crib at 2. I'm talking about everything hot and ready. He not running around trying
Nothing.
to. I'm talking about he just sitting there like this, like, what's up? Go ahead. I'm like, wow, this
You
is
literally
amazing.
walk in the door, wash your hands.
Oh, that's and
Go
make
straight
a
to
play.
kitchen. No joke.
I'm talking about instantly. So shout out to Pops. All right, cool. Let's get into this thing, man. We got a myriad of topics and a myriad of places that we can go. Obviously, man, with the exciting news, we didn't get into it a lot last time.
Last one. Yeah.
But man, we have created a masterpiece, I think. And there's so many. I talked about stories, and one of the ones that I wanted to highlight today, Maul, and I didn't even tell you this, but one of the things that I think hit me hard that I hadn't heard previously was you talking about your time working the quote unquote meat wagon. And in the book, as you guys will see, I'm not sure exactly the chapter, Maul talks about a time when he actually was working the meat wagon. Now, Maul, I'll let you explain what the meat wagon was. And you talked about, brother, it hit me so hard even when I read it. And I know the story. And like I said, we're going through the story. And I'm kind of like just the process that we did the book. I was kind of like interviewing Maul. Just like, okay, so then you did what on the job? Then what was that? You know, and then like he was talking about all this stuff. So it's kind of crazy, the book, because you get a real peek into Maul's mind, right? And so we talked about it last week, kind of that mindset and what allows you to go through the process and all of these things. But from a drive standpoint or a psychological standpoint of why you operate and move the way you move, you've seen things that the average human has not seen. So when you're describing these things to me, I'm like, yo, this is crazy. So talk about your time working, again, it sounds insensitive, but that's what y'all called it, the meat wagon, what that job entailed and how that kind of shaped your sense of urgency as an entrepreneur.
Yeah, absolutely. So everybody, the meat wagon, and we call it the meat wagon, no matter what police department you're with across the country, it's called the meat wagon. And that's the paddy wagon, right? That's the big paddy wagon that you see. And in Chicago, we call it the meat wagon because we would literally, it was so many people, so many homicides in Chicago. So you guys know, unfortunately, Chicago for several years led the nation in homicides, right? We led the nation. And then the district I worked in actually led the city in homicides.
Wow.
The district I work in, and it was crazy because usually the coroner's office are the ones that come out and pick up the bodies. But there were so many dead bodies that they had the paddy wagon just go around and pick up the bodies. So that was my job, right? One of the old timers on the job. So the paddy wagon has always been reserved for like older officers. And it's usually the strongest, biggest, because you don't answer calls. All you do is just sit there and wait for a call of a dead body. And so one of the guys got sick on the job. And then, I was a younger officer, but yet I was swole, working out all the time. And the guys that was on there, they said, hey, we want King to be on there with me. And so I got on there, and it was crazy because usually they don't never let a young officer on the wagon. And so I was telling C that when I got on the wagon, man, at first I was kind of like, I really don't want to do this.
Talk about the first one.
Oh yeah, so my first call.
No, let him hear. We're gonna give him. We're gonna give you a sneak preview into some of the most crazy stories this book has to offer.
Yeah, so my first call ever, on the wagon, where it was a dead body, of course, and we had to go pick up this dead body. And I'm telling you, bro, I was so nervous. Like I've seen dead bodies at funerals. Even as a police officer, I got a chance to see dead bodies if something happened. But this one was different because now my job was to put the dead body into the body bag. Wow. And so in the back of the wagon, we actually kept body bags. We kept shovels just in case somebody got shot. We had to put everything into the body bag. So this person here, this guy died. And he was a really large guy, right? And he'd been dead already for like a couple days. It was a check the well-being. And then so we go there, and the guy's just laying there dead. My partner was like, all right, yeah, we got to pick him up, put him in a body bag, take him to the coroner's office so they can do the, medical examination. Usually, I would get the feet, or a person would get the feet. That's the best part of the body to get, right? Because it's like you're not by this person's head or face or anything like that. But, kind of like a rite of passage, my partner was like, no, you need to grab the head, grab the shoulder area. So, bro, I was just terrified. And as I went to go grab this guy, bro, I still remember this. We picked this guy up, and he's been dead for a minute, right? When we picked him up, all of his insides literally came through his back. Wow. And I dropped him. I was just like, I dropped him, and I just couldn't even, bro, I couldn't even take it. I mean, you just seen everything just coming out of his body, and my partner was just sitting there laughing. And I remember just thinking to myself, like, man, this is crazy. Like, man, I can't do this. But I still did it because I knew that with the wagon, it gave me so much free time because people wasn't just dying every second, every minute. So you literally just sat there in the wagon all day long, and you just had a lot of free time waiting on a call. And the crazy part is, and I was telling C, over the years, I just noticed that every time I picked up a body, you would look at this person, and one lady, I remember she was sitting in her chair in front of TV, had a cup of coffee right to the side of her. She had some popcorn in a bowl. And I guess before she went to bed, she had on a nightgown, and she was just in front of the TV in her chair. Not one person that we picked up, out of the hundreds of bodies we picked up, not one person knew that they were going to pass.
Wow.
I mean, think about I never thought about that, but think about it. These aren't people who sick in the hospital.
Yeah.
He's going to pick up bodies out of house, like welfare checks. Like, hey, I ain't heard from grandma in 3 days. I ain't heard from my brother in 5 days. And so all of these people, I'll let you finish, but that just blew my mind because I'm like, yo, you picking up people who, for lack of a better expression, didn't expect to die.
So this is where that mindset came in for me. So like I said, you could learn. That's what I tell people all the time. Don't despise small beginnings. Because you could learn something anywhere you work or anywhere you're at in life. And so for me, I started to respect life and I started to respect time. Because over the years, bro, I put young people in body bags. I put older people in body bags, middle-aged people. I put obese. I put skinny. I put different races. It didn't matter. Death is no respecter of time, race, or anything else, bro. And so I was just even when we looked in the pockets of people, right? Because when we took them actually to the coroner's office, we had to inventory everything that was in their pockets. People will have, like I said, movie tickets. People will have just things that they were going to do the next day.
Remember you said somebody had like a check.
A check that they got their paycheck and never got paid, but it's in their pocket. So it's just like, okay, I'm like, when you think about death, you think that everybody, I'm going to be sitting here at 90 years old with my kids all around me. But it just didn't happen. It doesn't happen that way for the most. If you're lucky and blessed,
right,
that's how you're going to die. But for the most people that I've came across on this job, nobody knew that their time was coming. So I said, okay, cool.
I remember you said it messed you up too. You would see you pick up young dudes with fresh haircuts.
Yeah.
Like you could tell they just got their haircut.
Yep.
It's like, yo, you had something to do. You had somewhere to go.
Yeah.
So talk about how, again, we're not just talking about dead bodies to talk about dead bodies, but how that then shaped your sense of urgency and, kind of what you did.
Yeah, what it did is shape not just my sense of urgency for what I do for myself, but it also shaped my sense of urgency for what I do for others. It made me realize that every relationship that I have with somebody is important. It's a blessing. I can't just sit back and put off tomorrow what I can take care of today. I was going out of my way then to maybe start checking up on people, loved ones, checking up or doing for people right now and not just putting off because you never know. And so, like I said, it was every single person that I've ever put in a body bag. I said that I was going to continue to live for them because their time was up. And then what I realized is that everybody has an expiration date. Everybody has one if you really think about it. Life is so volatile. Everybody has one. So when you really understand that and really grasp that concept, you walk different. You love different. You do so many things. And then it made me say, as a husband and as a father, all right, I need to start thinking past me physically being here. But see, on my job, me just getting this paycheck every month or every 2 weeks, and then I'm doing things for my family, that's me thinking I'm going to live forever. But then now me setting up systems, me setting up generational wealth, me setting up different insurance policies, getting properties to take care of our lifestyle. This is me thinking beyond the grave now. Because I'm sure that every single person we put in body bags, they wish they had this opportunity. They wish they did. And so I was just like, I got to do this. I got to do this for my family because the harsh reality is one day it could be me.
Yeah. One day it will be you.
And one day it will be.
And again, man, I'm just blown away because I'm like, I'm looking at what we were doing at that same time. I was doing that. I'm like, dang. But, I guess, when you think back on it now, and what you do now and kind of the work you did, like, I'm almost in shock that you could even do that. Just knowing, like Ma said that they would, like the smell was so bad from the dead bodies that it would linger in their nose hairs. So you would have to cut all your nose hair out. And he said his partner would grab a cigar and light it, and they would take the ashes.
You rub them in your nose before you actually get a body. Now, I remember, like in the beginning, I couldn't eat. Like my partners, they would be sitting and eating chicken sandwiches, man. And then we would go get a body, and I'm talking about my stomach would just be turning. I'm like, man, I can't eat. I wouldn't eat all night. But then after probably about like the 7th or 10th body, I would be sitting outside while the detectives are doing their thing, and I would just be eating my chicken sandwich just like the rest of the guys. And then all of a sudden, they'll be like, all right, Wagon, we ready for you guys to take the body. I'll put my chicken sandwich down, put my gloves on, go in there, get the body, put the body in the back of the paddy wagon on the ride to the coroner's office. I'll take hand sanitizer, boom, chicken sandwich back in my mouth. Wouldn't even be thinking about it, bruh. And I said, man, it got to the point where death didn't even seem like it was just like everyday life now. That's crazy. Death seemed like everyday life now.
Wow.
Yeah, and I just think that it again, when you read it and you read the story when you guys get it, but it just hit me from a sense of urgency standpoint of, you kind of do wake up thinking like, oh, okay, just, I got to do this next week. I got that. And, again, you talked about how it played into not only your urgency as a businessman, but as a husband, probably as a father later on. After that, man, one of the, obviously more crazy experiences that you had was the shooting. And we're going to play a clip from the audiobook. Mind you, we got the book done, the audiobook is done, and the journal that goes along with it so you can document your own process and becoming a 9-to-5 millionaire. But
Hey,
let's
see,
just
go
for it. No, I'm gonna play it, but go for it. Set it up.
No, I was just saying, this was the craziest part because my job was showing me delayed gratification. My job was showing me that, Jamal, when you work here for 30 years and then when you retire, you're gonna get this life. But what I was seeing every day was people that never even lived to make it to that point. So that's when it really clicked in my head, like, okay, it's like the roll of the dice that I might, live to make it to this 30 years on the job, then after that. And I'm like, but how many people along the way am I missing out on blessing? How many people? Like, what am I missing out on and showing them this type of life? So I was like, I need to do this now. And I think that's when I had a sense of urgency to do it now. Because who's to say you're even going to get to that point to live this dream life that your job tells you is waiting for you in retirement? I said, man, that was the wake-up point for me, and that's in the book, and I explain it more in depth, but that was the real wake-up call for me to say, hey, I got to do more because, hey, the clock is ticking. No matter if I'm moving or not, the clock is still ticking.
Yeah, and I think that's powerful because, again, we talked about it before, but in the book does an excellent job of kind of explaining that blue-collar delayed gratification, right? Just like, again, we talked about the last podcast, like it's okay to go through the process, but at some point you got to start living, and so, to have the things that you have now and to do the way you guys move and vacations and things of that nature, it makes sense that, you understand the urgency and why you understand the urgency. And again, it's so crazy to dig into the story, Carl, because, you think about, again, you hear the story and more like this dude was working as a cop and he did all of these things. And it's like, oh, I see what kind of got into your head, to allow you to be like this. The same way, when E talks about, being homeless, being a high school dropout, eating out of trash cans, being in abandoned buildings, you understand why E's on go. You know what I'm saying? Like you really do. And I think for probably, Carl and I, the more human
normal.
The humans on this podcast, I think sometimes we have to try to maybe, Carl, trick ourselves into that urgency because I never had events per se that gave me that sense of urgency. I got hurt playing football, whatever. I was 18, not that deep. But like y'all have had those things. And so I think for the rest of us, using your story and hearing those things helps me.
I don't know if y'all, I don't remember the name of the movie. I think it was Time. I think it was Leonardo DiCaprio a couple of years ago. I don't know if y'all remember that movie, but if you haven't, I think that's the name. Go check that movie out. But Maul, the story was they literally had a countdown to when you would expire. You could visually see it, and you had to buy more time.
Wasn't that Justin Timberlake?
Justin Timberlake. That's what it was. That's what it was.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah. Bruh.
Watch that.
That movie, that was one of the points for me. Now, again, like C said, I'm using Maul's story, I'm using E's story as like, dude, you got to take some perspective.
Yeah.
But when I watched that movie and it showed you a countdown, and they're desperately looking, oh crap, like I got to do something now if I don't get to, and you can exchange time. So you can kind of shake hands and touch the joint. So his mom died in the movie. He's trying to get to her because he knew her time was about to, and they're running to each other just so he can give her some time. And she times out. I'm talking about like seconds away from reaching each other. She times out. And bro, that movie messed with me because I'm like, yo, you have the advantage they had is at least they knew it was coming and they had ways to adjust it. We don't have neither of them. You ain't got no way to adjust it. You had no idea when it's coming. So what does that mean for every single day, bro? When I heard Maul talk about that, bro, everything changed for me. Like, everything changed. It's like, and let me just say this, 2020 don't help. If Maul's story ain't enough for you, 2020 don't help. You watching, we talking about over 200,000 people, 250,000 people lost their lives in less than a year. Bro, it don't help. Like, if this does not get you like to operate with a different sense of urgency, I said, this is something that I did with myself, Maul. I wrote myself a contract and said that if you don't execute on these things by the end of this year, accept the life that you have right now for the rest of your life.
Oh, hold up.
I wrote myself a contract. Like, Carl, sign this. If you don't do something in 2020 to change your life right now, you are saying, I'm keeping this house, I'm keeping this car.
This podcast is brought to you by Solo Creator Pro. Create your solo.
I'm being real. If you don't do something now, I'm not playing. And I'm not talking about
tomorrow.
next week, not tomorrow.
Exactly.
If you don't do something now, activate something today, sign the dotted line and tell yourself, and hold on, let me say this. Not that I'm just not accepting. I'm not going to complain anymore about I can't do this. We can't take the trip. I can't fly first class. I can't complain no more because I'm signing on the dotted line saying, hey, this is what I'm accepting. I'm going to just take what life gives me. I can't do it, y'all. I can't do it. 2020 has taught me you got to do something now.
Man, we could go ahead and wrap this up.
I'm texting this to myself. I'm texting this to myself.
Sign a contract with yourself.
With myself.
So, you know what I'm saying? No, that's powerful, bro. I didn't know about the contract. I know you talked about, really executing this year. And you know what? Again, Carl, it's so crazy. And I think it was something that helped me back in the day. I say it, all the time. Like, it's not even the sweetest people that's succeeding out here.
Facts.
It's not.
It's not.
Facts.
It's not.
I wish, that would be so much easier if I was just like, everybody who succeeded was just sweet.
They're killing it.
It's the boldest and the people who willing to take action, doggone it. I told you, I literally thought that every single millionaire was just the sweetest person in the world. Yep. You know how you back in the day you like a millionaire. It like sounds like Richie Rich or like something. You know what I mean? Something you just like fantasy land. And I was like, oh, and I told you, bro. Me and E were going to these meetings, and I would be looking at him like, yo. They not that sharp.
Right.
Garbage.
Seriously.
They just had the audacity to do something, dog.
Right.
Hey, one of my coaching clients canceled with me like, Carl, I'm good. We did 4 sessions. I usually do 6 to 8 sessions. On the 5th session, she said to me, we're good. Dude, you summarized it in 2 words. Take action.
But you know what? That's what this book is all about. It's literally just letting every single 9-to-5er know that, dog, it ain't nothing special about these millionaires that's out here. It's they train you to believe that you're less than. And this starts in school, and then all the way from grammar school. Then it goes to high school, and then it goes to college. They're trying to prepare you for your 9-to-5. So I'm saying, cool, look, learn what it is these jobs do to you. Learn what it is. And I'm not saying don't work your 9-to-5. I'm saying work your 9-to-5. Work them for your betterment. Use them like they use you. Use them. Leverage your job to position you. Because I'm showing you that you can still make millions. You can still live that life you want. You ain't got to depend on that job no more.
And it's so crazy because even though Maul, didn't dream of being the police and stuff like that, you never heard him talk negatively about it. Because he used it. It didn't use him.
It's a vehicle, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So the relationship that you had with your gig was different. And you out there now and you listening and you think you hate your job. You don't hate your job. You hate the fact that your job is not doing for you what you think it should be.
Yeah.
But if you had these other vehicles, if it was a vehicle like you talk about in the book, to get to your destination and you saw the destination and it was actually working to get you closer to that spot, the relationship that you have with your job would change. I want to continue with this urgency talk. This is important. Let me see. I don't have it queued up. Sorry. But this is, obviously you guys have heard because you've been loyal listeners of the podcast. If you just started listening in the last few months, maybe you haven't heard the story, but another sense of urgency. And really, I just want to play the audiobook part. Shout out to Eddie. Shout out to Jamie. They killed it. This audio book, hey, it's right up there with Secret to Success.
Woo!
No doubt.
The theatrics behind
Hey,
it, but this is
you got the same squad. No. Eddie wasn't our guy, was he?
Eddie
Carl?
wasn't there then. No, I had another dude, Ben.
Okay.
Yep.
Eddie's sweet though. I ain't dogging Ben out because Ben is listening, but Eddie, I'm saying Eddie is the dude that's not only gonna work on your project, but like gonna work on it like it's his project.
I was gonna say,
no
it's
question.
his. Oh, facts. Yeah, facts.
Eddie does the audio for the podcast too. Always want to shout him out.
Yeah.
But here is you talking about the shooting, and again, it's just so much more real. I think even for me because I literally like Maul took me to the fence where this happened. Like I saw the fence, and so here is a clip from Jamal King's audiobook, 9 to 5 Millionaire. Or E's mom's voicemail, however we, you know what I'm saying?
Anytime you ready, E. E just like, I don't care nothing about y'all and your little podcast. Hold on, I can mute E.
No, don't mute him. Just let him. You know what I'm saying?
E said it's urgent.
Yo, E.
It's urgent. E got to take care of business.
This got to go on the bloopers.
Yo, somebody wave at him.
He forgot he on the phone.
Oh, welcome to the Secrets to Success podcast. E.
All right. Without further ado, here we go.
Till one night, I almost didn't make it back home. 16 shots and a wake-up call. On August the 18th, 2000, it was a day I'll never forget. I still remember it just like it was yesterday. Me and my partner, we were riding around in the streets of Chicago, kind of with nothing to do. It was midnight. I remember it was just real dark that night, real quiet on the streets. The radio was super quiet, and we got a call, ironically from my sister. Curfew violators. We took that call, and as we drove to the location, we saw several teenagers standing outside under a streetlight. We pulled up on the teenagers and asked them how old they were, where they lived, routine questions. One of the teenagers that I was speaking with, he told me he was 16. I said, okay, we're gonna take you home. I'm gonna need you to get in the back of my car. But before we put anyone in the back of our car, it was customary to do a protective pat down to make sure they didn't have a weapon or anything on them. So as I went to go pat down this teenager, I'll never forget. The kid pushed me and took off and ran. Now, you guys remember earlier in the book where I told you that I was 6'3", 220 pounds, and I was training for the NFL just previously, right? So I kind of got in my football stance, and I was like, kid, you really want to run away from me right now? Like, man, look, I've been training for the NFL. I'm looking to make some more tackles. So as the kid took off, he ran down this dark alley. And look, I was like 5 yards behind him. Notice I said 5 yards, right? I was still suffering from that PTSD. So I was right behind the kid, and the kid dashed off to the right and ran in between two apartment buildings. It was so dark out there, I promise you, I couldn't even see my hand in front of me. So the kid jumped up on the fence, and at the top of the fence, it was barbed wire all at the top. I ran up to the kid on the fence. I said, all right, kid, come on down, man. I got you. Let me take you home. As I reached up to go grab the kid and pull him down off the barbed wire fence, the kid pulled out a Tech 9 and pointed it right at my head. Man, it seemed like it was just like it was yesterday. I immediately reached up and I held on to the gun, fighting for my dear life. The second I grabbed the gun, the kid held down the trigger and bullets just started raining over my head. I'm holding on to the gun and my hands are burning. The kid is pulling the trigger. We're fighting over the gun. And as we're fighting over the gun, my partner finally pulls up. Now I remember it was pitch black, so my partner couldn't see exactly who that was on the fence, if it was me or the kid shooting at him. He couldn't see what was going on. So my partner pulled out his gun. He started firing right back at me and the kid. I fall to the ground, fighting for my dear life, The kid falls over to the other side of the fence after dropping the gun on my side of the fence. My partner's just sitting there, just unloading his gun in that direction. The kid takes off running down the street. My partner finally stops shooting and runs over to me and say, yo, Jamal, I didn't even see you, man. You okay? You okay? And I remember thinking to myself, like, no, I'm not okay. Like, just at that very split minute,
man, I can't give y'all no more than that, man. Come on, dog. Oh, listen.
Wow, you gonna be doing voiceover work, Ma. You gonna be doing voiceover work in a minute here.
God,
listen.
Wow.
We got the #1 audio book in America right now, and y'all about to get it shortly. Wow. Bruh. And again, there are tons of stories. Obviously, man, that's the one y'all will recognize. But talk to us, man. Let's get an instant reaction.
Come on, Ma. Come on, Ma.
Hey, I feel like I'm back on that street in that alley, bruh. I feel like, dog, the sound effects and things like that, man, it's so crazy because, you know, other than the keynote, like, C actually had to bring this stuff out of me. This is stuff, E, that I didn't talk about for, like, years. Like, I had no point talking about it, you know? And it's like in the police department, it's kind of like, yeah, you went through it. Bruh, after that was over with, they'd be like, hey, go back to work.
Yeah.
And so I just never really even had, like, you know, a way of even talking it out. And so I remember when C first brought it out of me for the keynote, you know, it was hard, bro. Matter of fact, when I used to talk about this on the stage and during my keynote, I would literally have tears coming down my eyes because it just brought me back to a place. You know, at that time, I was fresh out of college. I was training for the NFL. Like, I wanted to make it to the league. I thought I was going to make it to the NFL. And now all of a sudden, I'm working for the police department. So cool, whatever. All right, I'm still making more money than I've ever made in my life. But now, I didn't sign up to get my life, you know, fighting for my life. I didn't sign up for that. My dad was a police officer for 20-some years. My brother was a cop. None of them ever got into a shooting. And here it is now, I'm a couple months in. And I found a couple months in, bro, and I found myself, man, fighting for my life. And when I say fighting for my life, you know, I described about the whole football thing. Never did I have to fight for my life playing football. You know, this was something totally different, and I wasn't even doing nothing. You know, E, you think that when somebody shoot at you because you did something. Bro, I was literally just about to take the young guy home so that he wouldn't get caught up in nothing. And then all of a sudden, in a blink of an eye, I found myself, you know, literally fighting for my life. And it was just, man, it was traumatic, bro. I mean, it was really something. And man, yeah, it takes me back. Every time I hear it, even when I speak it, it does something to me because, and I know a lot of you guys listening to it right now, and you listening to the drama and the gunshots, but just imagine really being there. You know, I mean, at one point, bro, I used to hear gunshots, or I would hear just loud door slamming, and it would put me back almost to that loud sound. Just imagine, the gun was right by my ear. Matter of fact, I don't even it might have something to do with why my hearing in my right ear is gone. I never even thought about that. But it's literally, bro, it still does something to me to this day. And so, man, that's why it's so important to live life.
Yeah.
That's why it's so important, because that just happened in the blink of an eye. In the blink of an eye, people lost their jobs. Yeah. You know, I said that was my wake-up call. How many of you guys got a wake-up call that you might have ignored? See, for me, at that point, bro, I changed everything. I said, no, I got to do something, because life could end at any moment, or I could get injured. You know, so when I was sitting in the back of the squad car, and I'm not gonna tell the whole story, but when I was sitting in the back of the squad car, you'll hear the audiobook on why they put me in the back of the squad car. But when I was sitting back there, just thinking to myself, like, I'm done. I'm done with this mentality that I'm gonna let this job take care of me and my family. You know, I'm done with just playing it safe. Because there's some people out here that ain't playing it safe. It's some people out here, man, it's life or death. And it really is life or death. And I noticed, man, after that situation happened, and so many other situations that's in the book, that I noticed that, man, life is precious, bro. We only got one life.
All right, let me get one of our sponsors in here real quick. Ashford University's online bachelor's and master's degree programs allow you to learn on a convenient and flexible schedule. At Ashford, expert faculty teaches you real-world skills from real-world experience from the comfort of your own home in online classes built for life's twists and turns. all the media courses I can remember as I took my communications degree, like I look back through all of school, and the one class I remember was my lighting class with Brian Cush. Brian worked in the industry, right? And he was able to give us very practical instructions and practical assignments that actually translated into real world, like we could apply directly to a career. So that's huge. Real world experience, guys. You can pursue a degree in one of Ashford's 60 plus programs like business administration, healthcare administration, and psychology. With 24/7 access to your classroom, daily support, and financial aid available, Ashford gives you the tools you need to go from dreaming to doing. Go from dreaming to doing. Your bigger future starts today at Ashford University. There's no fee to apply or standardized testing required to enroll. Go to ashford.edu/success. Again, that's ashford.edu/success. Not all programs are available in all states.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think that going through those type of situations, and obviously there's other stories in there that maybe even be worse, but do you think that going through things like that kind of like gave you the boldness, like to do the real estate, the daycares, the security company? You know what I mean? Like, do you feel like all of those things, like you kind of like lost that typical fear that the average human would have of like, oh, what if I like I almost died like 17 times.
Right.
So it ain't nothing to, have a, take a risk on the business.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of everything. I'm not going to just say one thing, but I hear a lot of people always talking about fear. I always say fear is false evidence appearing real. When you have looked death in the face, I'm not afraid to go ahead and invest in an apartment building or this little property right here.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about if a tenant don't pay rent.
Yeah.
A tenant you're letting something stop you from progressing in life because you're fearful that a tenant might not pay you. Or you're fearful that something might not work. Well, what if, even with the credit card situation, you're paying a higher interest rate. Interest rate? Bruh, 16 shots. And you talking to me about an interest rate. I'm living life. I'm trying to set my family up while I'm still alive. I'm trying to do the things in life that I'm experiencing life. I'm getting the full experience of life while you're sitting back worried about an interest rate, or you're sitting back worried about if a tenant not gonna pay you. You only got one life to live. Live, not one life to exist. You have one life to live. What are you gonna do with it? What things are you letting hold you back in life?
Let me ask Carl this, because I think we going somewhere. Hopefully somebody catches a breakthrough here. Carl, in all seriousness, now you got the Solo Creator Pro program doing well. Mm-hmm. I mean, Carl, I need a loan. I saw the numbers come in. Y'all out there, y'all holding the Beijing Sensation down. You know what I'm saying? You see the upgrade and swag. Let everybody hear what I'm about to ask Carl. And Carl, I haven't asked you this. This is not pre-planned. The course that you're doing now, great money that you're making, and the great service that you're providing to the people. How many years ago could you have done this exact same thing? Could you, theoretically, when could you have done this? When were you ready in your career to have put this exact same information out and make that exact
ready in
same
your
money?
career? Ready in your career?
No, I'm just saying. I actually don't know the answer. I'm just curious to see.
I know it.
I don't know if it was like when we were back at Michigan State. I don't know if it was 2 years ago. I don't know if it was 6 months ago. When could you have done this exact same thing? Honestly,
I'm almost to tears of embarrassment because, truthfully, dude, this is the basic stuff that I'm teaching. I was telling them earlier before we started the challenge that mentally I had, Maul, and now again, perspective. The mental challenge that I had is I didn't feel equipped to teach professionals. People seeing me as like, oh, you E's video guy. Like, man, you got to be the dopest. And I don't feel like I'm equipped to teach professionals. 95, and I'm being generous when I say 95. I can probably count on one hand how many people have come into the program that have done video before. So the information that I'm teaching, is when I tell y'all the fundamental bits of video, that I learned before I started my master's degree at Michigan State University.
And that was what year?
And that was, I don't even remember the year. It's 10 years ago, at least 10 years ago.
So to answer the question, you would say at least 10 years ago.
10
During
years
season
ago.
1 of TGIF.
Season, maybe two, maybe two. One I was figuring
Magical
some
moments.
stuff out. Magical moments.
Right after the magical moments.
Maybe season 2, I could have been like, oh yeah, that's all we doing. I understand that. I could have started teaching that literally 10 to 12 years ago.
I just want y'all to like somebody out there. You need to hear this. 10 to 12 years ago.
Okay, stop. See, come on.
Okay.
Real quick. So,
Yep,
Carl,
jump in.
Carl, think about the money you made this week. Let's just pretend like you're going to get it every week.
I'm about to walk off this
for
podcast.
the next 10, 12 years. I'm just
Carl,
saying.
like this supposed to be about 9 to 5 millionaires.
Go backwards. Think about the money that's been lost over the last 10 to 12 years. And then you got to backtrack and think about what you would have done with the money and how that could have positioned other family members and other people over the last 10 to 12 years.
Hey, I could have been the ETN millionaire sitting here all this time. I'm not trying to, I'm not joking, see, but watch this, Ian. I'm going to change it to my language because I'm a high S and I want to help people. I'm ground screw. How many people could I have helped in those 10 years? Like, I'm just being real. In 9 days, I told y'all last week, in 10 days, the first 10 days of 4-minute videos that I'm doing, I got a couple hundred people looking at me like, oh my gosh, dude, like you just took me in a week and having my content looking, they're asking me now about creating courses. In a week, people that had not done video before now like, oh, I feel like I could create a course now. I got content to offer. This world could have been different if I had used that last 10 years to just put this content together, put it out, and now I got 100,000 people
and I promise you, I'm not saying that to make you feel bad, and I didn't ask you that question to make you feel bad, because you own it now, doggone it, and we moving. But E and I have been trying to tell you
from the beginning.
Because, hey, I don't, again, maybe because I'm a pilot, I was like, look, I was ready to coach 10 years ago. Like, hey, let's go. Because I always felt like, Carl, at least I could give you the information I have that got us to this point. So if I'm E's right hand, wherever E is right now, I could take you to that level. So if E's charging 10 grand to get booked to speak, I can take you from 0 to 10 grand. So you're right. If you came in there and you were above 10 grand, I might not have had a whole lot to teach you. But if you're below that, so everybody who was behind that, I look like I could help you. And so I think, again, for those of you out there listening who may not have the Jamal or ET personality, just go get it, I'm going to knock down the wall, you can look at Carl to say 10, 12 years ago, he could have been given this information and put himself in a sweeter financial position. Now he had a wake-up call. And the book asks, Maul asking the book, when is your wake-up call going to come?
Yeah, when you going to answer it?
When are you going to answer? You got a gift right now that you're sitting on. You have a product. You have a service that you're sitting on that could change your family's financial future forever. And you sitting there and you playing with it and you go, oh, I'm not sure. Carl would be like, oh, that looks good for C, but C, he likes to talk and he's funny and people think he's great and so he can do it, but that's not for me. It is for you.
You want to hear one other? It's like this part just blew my mind. So either 5% or less of people that have done video before that I was scared to teach that have joined the challenge are helping me to teach the others. So the group of people that I was scared to those are my allies. Those are the people that are waiting to help me on the journey. And even that group, I didn't provide nothing for them to do. They're waiting on me to put a system together that they could have purpose and help other people. But and I'm talking to y'all. What C just said, I'm going to simplify it, C. I think one of y'all said this. You do not have to be a 10 to teach a 2.
Right,
yeah.
Right.
Like I want to simplify it because C said it, and I want people to understand it.
You got to be a 3,
You just got to be a 3
That's
to
it.
teach
That's
a
it.
2. You learned how
2.5.
to get to 2.5. You learned how to get there. That's all you need. You don't need nothing else. You find that group that's 2.5 or below, and you show them the steps to get to 2.5. And doggone it, that's what I've learned.
And let me say this to you. If you have confidence, you could be a 2 to teach a 2.
Right.
I'm just being real.
Facts.
Right.
If you got confidence, you could. And I want to say this because, C just said it, and I want to help somebody out. Carl, talked about the fear. There are those of us who go out in the world and kill it who are still afraid. You feel me? Like for real. You look at, you guys, when I do the videos, you watching my videos, you're looking at the public confidence that I have, not the private fear that I have.
Whoa,
That's
hold
what
on.
you're looking at.
Slow down.
Take your time.
Yeah, take your time on that. Let's hear that again.
Yeah, no, that's what you're looking at. So you judge me based on my public confidence, not my private fear.
Wow.
You feel me? But you know, when you look at, you know, who I am in terms of the work that I do and the venues that I've stepped out in, you know, you got to be real with like, yo, E is not as privately or however you want to look at it, publicly qualified, right? So I'm not qualified on paper to do most of the stuff that I'm doing, right? And as you sitting there in the audience, I saw a video the other day, Maul. It gets so bad, Maul. Occasionally if I get to sit down and listen to this stuff, I see the errors, right? So I was listening to the one I did the other day about like, yo, for real, it's people talking like they get in the emotional space, they get in the heat of the moment. You know, McGregor, I think is his name. He going off, you know, and your boy Mayweather, it's just like whatever. You feel me? Like I ain't gonna be doing all that. I'll get you in the ring. And I promise you, I listened to it more, and I never said ring, like the boxing ring. I said rink, like skating rink. You feel me? And a lot of people who are in my situation would go, I'm not going to, like, if you speak for a living, I'm not going to speak till I'm perfect. Or I'm not going to do X, Y, and Z because I'm going to be critiqued, right? Now, look, I'm trying to tell y'all, when it comes
it's a post this morning where you said Scotty and MJ were the best tantrum.
Yep.
No doubt. I loved it. I said, my dog.
Yeah. And I'm saying a lot of y'all would let
facts.
A lot of y'all would let the fact that people gonna critique you, you could say 20 things right. People gonna find the one or two you said wrong, and go at you.
Yep.
Like I put up a post the other day and wrote the word can when I meant to write can't, and I noticed people was like, "Yo, it's can't."
You spelling
it's
wrong.
Can't. And I'm being real. A lot of y'all, where y'all go wrong, like you look at me and you go, "I'm not afraid." Bruh, I deal with the same fear you deal with because, you know, like, yo, I'm not that yet. Like whatever it is you supposed to be to do what I do, like I'm still not there. After all these years, I'm still not without saying stuff wrong or spelling stuff wrong. The difference between you and I, though, is just I don't care. I'm not going to spend so much time worrying about somebody critiquing me that I'm not going to live in San Diego. It's not about to happen.
Oh, come on now.
It's not about to happen, bro. It's not about to happen. I'm not about to be worried about a 3 critiquing me and saying I'm not a 10. I'm just gonna act like a 10, and I'm gonna live like a 10. And I'm not gonna be worried about the post or the jokes or the EU whatever you meant to say. I'm like, bro, the video out. What you want me to take it back and do it? You better listen and hear ring. Like I heard myself say ring, and I was like, yo, I'm not about to stop. I'm not about to do it over again. Like, Ma, I could have easily been like, you know what, you said it wrong. Re-record. I'm like, no, I was in a zone. I was in a zone. I was in a space that if I come back and do it right and say ring right, I knew it, Ma. When I posted it, I heard it. But I was like, yo, if I go back.
We put out a video way more egregious than that when he was talking about Martin Luther King being married to Rosa Parks.
No question.
You heard us talk about that before, but it was so sweet. I had to just let it rock. I'm like, y'all know what he means.
See, I questioned myself that day. I was like, yo, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you thought he had some black history knowledge that nobody had.
You feel
he
me?
went to Oakwood, so you felt like maybe he had
they hooked him up.
HBCU.
They hooked him up. So I'm just saying, Ma, we got to be careful because some people we look at who have public confidence, we don't know that they got private fear.
Yeah.
We don't know that they got private fear.
Yep.
And all we doing is judging their public confidence, and we don't realize like they could be afraid. But I promise you, I want my kids that had to pay to go to college. You feel me? Like, there's just certain people I know and things like that.
You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, your kids got $100,000 in student loans, and your grammar perfect.
Oh man,
it's perfect.
No, you ain't missed a word in your life.
Yep.
No question.
Broke as all get out.
I'm just saying. So you got to be careful. That you don't let
that
the
was mean.
fear.
I'm sorry.
It's facts, dog.
Yeah, you don't let the fear of messing up stop you from conquering and living a life you're going to live for what you can give. And I'm just being real. Like, let's just say the fear that you tripping on, it may be 15% of your life. It could even be 20% of your life. I'm sure when I look at especially, I'm trying to explain to y'all what I do professionally. Like, you shouldn't be saying words wrong, or you shouldn't be telling stories, saying things that are not factual. Like, not as a speaker, you shouldn't. Like, that's something that's like a skill. That's like being a wide receiver who don't have sticky hands. You know what I'm saying? Like, a part of being a wide receiver is that you should have like show enough hands. You should be able to catch everything that they throw at you. But there are some Jerry Rices in the world who are not the quickest. You feel me? Who may not necessarily stand up next to another wide receiver, but he knew how to run those routes.
Yeah.
And so I didn't go to a big school. I don't necessarily have speed. I don't got the size. You know what I'm saying? He just said, yo, I'm going to play. And so I want to make sure when you listen to Jamal's book, like, do me a favor, listen to what I'm telling you. Borrow Maul's experience as you're watching it, like reading it or listening. Like, well, I don't have to be Jamal, but he's giving me his story. Let me pretend like I'm getting shot at 16 times. Let me pretend like I'm picking up these dead bodies and I'm seeing the inside fall out. Like, let me pretend that this is happening to me. So guess what? So then you could pretend you have the success that Maul has.
Yeah,
so you can pretend like you had the success he has.
It's funny as you're talking, right? I'm thinking about Toby, right? So Toby, shout out to Toby. I saw you see the Beats commercial was on the NBA draft last night.
Yes.
You talk about the Apple NBA commercial, NBA draft, the Beats commercial. I mean, obviously he's just going crazy. Hottest artist in the world right now. I was looking back the other day because me and Toby were on the phone. We were talking about like some of the first videos. I don't read comments. Like I just don't. Not that I don't care. I told Maul, he go and read YouTube comments. I know
all the time.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I don't. Well, I do know why. I don't want the opinion of a few to influence what I'm talking about. If somebody say, "Oh, CJ interrupt people too much," I don't want we got a vibe of how we do things. And sometimes if you put that in your spirit 100 times over, you might be like, okay, cool. Let me go off the natural course of how we do things when it could be thousands of people who love the way we run this podcast, right? But you go on there and read 2 comments like, oh, I wish Carl would just shut up. And that could get stuck in your head like, whoa, everybody else love Carl. But anyway, I went back and I was like, let me go look at the Been Grinding video and a couple of the first videos we put out. I promise you, people was on there like, E.T., love you, but this dude is whack, trash. What is this? This the worst rap I ever heard in my life. Bro, I'm saying.
I've been grinding.
No, I'm just saying. Think about that, though. I'm just saying. Think about my man is literally one of the hottest artists in, I don't even call him a rapper. He's one of the hottest artists in the world.
And that wasn't 5 years ago.
No, that's what I'm saying. So I'm just telling you, like, when you get scared to put out your gift, like man, I never want to die with the regret of like, dang, I had a little, I should have
took my shot.
I should have took my shot.
And
a lot of you got the shot loaded up and you so scared to shoot. And I'm telling you, the people that shoot, the crazy thing is, they not that sweet. Like, don't get me wrong. It's some sweet million. Maul is sweet millionaire, flat out. Maul, I ain't gonna take no credit away from Maul. Is a beast. I'm telling you, everybody ain't Maul though. We have gotten to rooms where we saw people that was just like, hey, I just was. They just ain't had no fear, almost like dumb, like kind of like.
But see, when you think about it, what do you really have to lose? At the end, we all end up in the same place.
Yep, dead.
So what do you have to lose in between?
Hopefully not in the meat wagon. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I look at.
Oh, it's going to be a meat wagon. Maybe not Maul's meat wagon, but somebody coming to pick us up and take us from where we are to where we going.
So if you know that, then why are you fearful? Like, why are you fearful? If that's what everybody's reality is going to be at the end, why are you fearful to live?
Yeah. And take a shot. And it's not always going to go perfect. And I want to speak to one more thing before we do our thing today. But, there's another story in the book. Because I think people think when now I'm bold enough to take this shot that there can't be a setback. And one of my favorite stories in the book is one of the first properties you did. And Maul was excited, and he told his partner Vince, like, "Hey, here's what I'm about to do. I'm about to go kill it." And Vince was an old timer, and I'll let you tell the story, but I want y'all to hear that even when Maul took the leap for the first time, it didn't exactly go the way he thought it was gonna go. But he was able to bounce back, man. And I love this story, and I know Vince, and I've heard him tell the story from his point of view, and it's an incredible story. Honestly, just brotherhood, character, manhood, those kind of things. So, Maul, I'll let you tell the story, but I think that's a good one for the people to hear. Maybe put us on a lighter note. You know what I'm saying? Not just dead bodies. But,
No, I'm big on circles. I'm big on, like you said, brotherhood and things like that. And my boy Vince, man, he saw, he was an older, he really wasn't that much older, but I guess about 10 years older.
Vince got an older spirit.
He just got a real older spirit, bro. You would think he like in the 60s.
Yeah, he just slow, he calm, and you the Maul all hype.
Right, I'm like,
buff. Vince like, relax.
I remember we used to see, it was like calls, and we'd drive up eating gunshots, and Vince would always drive. I'd be in the passenger side, and then all of a sudden we seeing gunshots, we seeing people running gunshots. I'm like, let's go. I'm getting ready to open up the door. Vince would push the lock button, and he would
U-turn.
Vince would take off and wait at the end of the block and say, slow down, bro. We need to wait on backup. Now, you just want to run. You got a wife. You got kids. You want to just run over here to the gunshots. And I'm sitting here like, hey, let's go get them. But Vince.
4th and inches.
Oh,
4th and inches to Maul.
I was a hothead, man. That's why I thank people, man, like Vince.
Maul ready to get them 4. He ready to get that first down.
I was trying to get promoted, bro. I was trying to, but now with this situation, I did my first building and things were going great, man. My first building was a jackpot, bro. I was netting, I bought a property, put a little bit of money into it. Man, I was netting $3,000 a month. I was making more money from my first building than what I was getting paid working 80 hours or whatever for the police department. And then all of a sudden, my second building came out. I was like, oh, this is easy. I'm about to be a millionaire in like 1 year. And I got to the second building. I got to renovating it. And, it was 6 units, 6 apartments, and we had to put in all new piping, I bought a bunch of material, and I put all this material in the building. Now, this is my second building. I didn't know much about real estate. I didn't have the right kind of insurance. I had insurance, but I didn't have the kind of insurance that was for renovations, like if somebody break in and take things. And so I remember Vince and all the other people, this is the time where I wasn't even cashing my police checks, right? I was letting them stack, and Vince used to always look at me, and he was just proud. Vince would be like, hey, young fella. And like I said, I was 22, so he was 32, but he would be like, hey, young fella, everybody watching you, bruh. Like, you're going to be the one that's going to make it. The Matrix was out, and he say, man, you like Neo, bruh.
Neo.
And, he's like, you like Neo to the department. And that one time, man, I got a call that somebody broke into the building. I used to buy all the material, right, and just leave it in the building. Light fixtures, plumbing, everything. Bro, they went in there and stole everything. And so I wasn't tripping. I was like, let me go ahead and make an insurance claim. Insurance company was like, no, unfortunately, you have the wrong kind of policy.
Ain't that insurance, though? You ain't never got the right kind. Bruh.
So
you got the right to pay. You got the right to pay.
Right. Every month you took that check, it seemed like it was the right policy.
Bro, so I remember sitting there, man, in the squad car. And I remember, man, like I was stressing, I was stressing. I just got started in real estate, and I couldn't go to nobody in my circle. Nobody had money and I was sitting back, man. I remember I was just stressed. Vince was like, man, you all right? And we was in the squad car. And I was just like, man, I don't know what I'm gonna do, man. I spent all my money on this material. Somebody went in and stole it, man. And I was like, man, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I got to make the mortgage payment. I'm waiting for the first to come from the other building to take that money and put it to here. And Vince was just like, he's like, yeah, man, I seen you stressing for like the last couple of days, bruh. Vince was like, hey, bruh, everybody's watching you. Man, I'm getting choked up even saying this. He was like, we need you to be successful. This man was making the same amount of money I was making, reached in his pocket, pulled out an envelope, bro, had $10,000 in it. $10,000. And then he was like, I need you to be successful. And that's how I was able to get over that hump. Bro, we had a Valentine's Day dinner in my house. Just this Valentine's, right?
Yep.
And Vince was there. And it was me and Camille, CJ and Candace. It was like a couple other couples. And I remember we was just going around the table. And I remember, man, just sitting there and saying the same story to Vince, like, bro, like you have no clue, like the investment you made in me. Like what that did, bro. And so, like I said, your circle to actually have genuine people around you that want to see you succeed, bro, is big. And I know he wasn't making no 100,000, 200. He might have been making, I was making $36,000 a year. He might have been making, let's say, 46,000. But yet my man was able to give me $10,000, man, so that I could keep going.
Hey, my favorite part of the story, though, is Maul was telling the story at the table. He was getting all emotional. Vince's wife was like, 10,000.
Wow. Yeah, she didn't know that. She didn't know. What? I was like, oh, like, man. She didn't know, bro. Wow. And so I told Vince, I told him, and actually it's crazy because I made him, I didn't even know. I had friends that I knew way before him, but I made him the godfather to both of my daughters because I said, bro, if you cared that much, about me succeeding, then you gotta care about my daughters, man, and making sure that if anything ever happened to me, that they'll be good. And so to this day, bro, like I said, I make sure, man, I purposely, once I really got on, I renovated at least 7 or 8 buildings. And I was partnered with Vince. And I was like, you ain't got to bring nothing to the table. Vince didn't know nothing about rehabbing, but I went ahead and split everything 50-50. So that $10,000 investment he made in me probably paid him about $250,000.
Shout out to Vince, man. Just amazing story. I promise you, I was in tears when I heard it at Valentine's Day. I was like, wow. And to watch y'all look at each other and, recall that moment is crazy. So, obviously, man, like I said, there's so many rich stories in this book, man. And again, I hope everybody checks it out. Again, just from inspirational to funny stuff to
and it's not just about my story, y'all. And he kind of hit on it. Like he said, like, see yourself in this situation. This story is this book is literally, it's saying my story, but it's giving you practical steps. It's giving you principles that's going to help you transition from your 9-to-5 to becoming a millionaire. So like I said, everybody got a 9-to-5 millionaire inside of them. And this book is your guide to bring you. Remember, your job is not just your job. It's the vehicle that's going to get you to your destination. And just like if you look in your garage, you might have 2 to 3 cars in your garage. You can have 2 to 3 vehicles. That's all going to get you to your destination. So when you start looking at your job as a vehicle, right? Your job is not the destination. And that's why some of you guys get disappointed on your job every day because you're looking at your job like it's the destination, but really it's the vehicle to get you to your destination. So this book is going to help you identify what is your destination in life. And now, how to utilize this job you got to get you there to the final destination.
Man, and without further ado, man, I'm going to just get to it because, man, this is the Black Friday sale to end all Black Friday sales. We've been working for, man, a couple months to put this together. I swear. And while the book is not out yet, it won't be out till December 7th. We have rolled the book into it. So listen, man, Make Real Estate Real has gone crazy these last, this last year. We released it last year, right?
Right. Yeah. About a year. November the 28th.
Yeah.
It's only a year? I thought it was 2 years.
No, it's only a year. November the 28th.
Stop playing.
Black Friday.
Yeah. So
wow.
Yeah. So we so listen, man. So this is what we doing, man. This is again, Make Real Estate Real. All right. Gonna sign up, makerealestatereal.com. Listen, you're getting Make Real Estate Real, the #1 real estate investing course in the country. All right?
Absolutely, hands down.
On top of Make Real Estate Real, the online course, on January 30th and 31st, you're gonna get Make Real Estate Real live. So what does that mean? You get to go through the course. You're gonna get the course immediately. And then in January 30th, 31st, Maul and his team are going to be there to walk you through the course personally and answer your questions live and direct. All right? Now, so you're getting Make Real Estate Real, Make Real Estate Real live. You're getting the book, right? 9-to-5 Millionaire, Don't Quit Your Day Job. You're getting the audio book, the journal, the implementation course that Carl and Maul just finished, the implementation course that goes along with the journal and the book. You're getting the upgrade into the Alumni Association for a month, right? Into the Alumni Association where Maul gives you the deal of the week and literally brings deals to the table to let people invest in that he's already approved with his team. All right.
Do we need to keep going? Like, dude.
Listen, here go the crazy
Wow.
thing. You also getting all of those things immediately in the form of the virtual PDFs, the audio book. As soon as you purchase Make Real Estate Real, all of that will be sent to your inbox immediately. And then, of course, the physical copies will come, in the mail. But all of those things are going to come to you immediately. You ready for the price? $9.97, the exact same price Make Real Estate Real is right now. So you're getting all of that value for $9.97. It's coming to your email inbox immediately. That full audio book you just heard, all 16 chapters, hitting your inbox immediately. You have Make Real Estate Real, Make Real Estate Real Live. If you ever thought of joining Make Real Estate Real, this is the time to kick off your 2021. We get out this pandemic again. You don't know what's about to happen with the market, the housing, and you want to be ready to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it, but if it's a downturn, whatever, you want to be equipped to go out there and do what you need to do. And so, man, that is what we have for you. The Black Friday sale to end all Black Friday sales. Go to MakeRealEstateReal.com. Join Dr. King in this amazing journey. Man, the audiobook is amazing. Love you, man. Proud of you, brother. Like, this has been an incredible journey to get this thing out to the public, man. Shout out to everybody who helped along the way. Right? I don't even Kid, Tay, Dave.
It's like LeBron joining the Lakers.
Hey, shout out, bro. See what? Hey, on the audio book also, what y'all missing?
Yep.
We got a thing called Millionaire Moments, and you got E.T., the hip hop preacher, bringing the fire at the end of. So you're hearing me go through my story, talking about the steps, and then E come on and just take it on to another level.
So it's like
man.
LeBron and Jordan on the same team.
Oh,
Can I go there?
Oh, man.
Can I go there?
Come on, dog.
Can I go there?
Come on, dog. So yeah, no, amazing, man. Again, I've listened to the audiobook 3 times over now, and again, just enjoying it with the family. It's a great time, man, to just let something just so positive and rich get into your spirit, man. So congratulations on that. Y'all go to MakeRealEstateReal.com. Also, go to Organifi.com, ORGANIFI.com, promo code SUCCESS, all right? The Superfood Green Juice, keeping us all powered up on this podcast. You know what it is. Go check them out and all their other supplement lines.
Hey, and don't forget, guys, this is Black Friday coming up. So Black Friday, on top of the 10% savings that you get by using our promo code SUCCESS, you actually can save 20% site-wide, all right? Cyber Monday, guys, free shipping, all right? So just make sure you go to Organifi.com, ORGANIFI, and use that promo code SUCCESS.
Appreciate y'all listening. As always, man, hope you enjoying your turkey, your dressing, all the fixings with your family. Of course, everybody be safe, man. Wash your hands. Carl maybe even might put on a mask. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. But, man, without further ado, man, we will see you next week.
Let's go.
I want you to focus on here right now. Don't you worry about when you get home. You concentrate on this opportunity. You don't worry about tomorrow. You concentrate on this opportunity with all your might, with all your soul, with all your heart.
How would you like to experience this from your living room? If you know anything about our Make Real Estate Real live events, I'm talking high energy and packed with some of the most life-changing information on the planet. So I know you're asking, so how are we gonna pull this off, right? Well, we're going virtual because right now more than ever, we need strategies, connections, and the motivation to secure and scale out our finances. For many of us, these uncertain financial times has caused all sorts of problems, job layoffs, and a feeling of isolation, and a sense of fear about our financial future. But the only thing we can control is how we react. And how we react is determined by what we know. Like my boy E.T. always say, information changes situations. We need to know how to use our money wisely and how to invest in real estate to lead to generational wealth long after this season has passed. And that's why we created Make Real Estate Real Live, our first ever virtual event to help you take control of your financial future and get started in real estate today. Make Real Estate Real Live is a 2-day life-changing event that we will be streaming directly into your home. We're also going to be streaming presentations from my entire real estate dream team, from experts like my real estate broker, April Troop, Mark Buford, Aaron Queenie, Terry Cowser, and many, many more. You'll also get an opportunity to connect with my entire team, ask them questions, and network with other like-minded investors just like you. These connections can lead to partnerships, joint venture deals, and lifelong friendships. Now you might be thinking, that's cool, but I don't have time, or I need to watch my kids, or I'm planning on binge watching a TV show or a new TV series. But the truth is that you know you do have the time. And this event is only happening once. And if you aren't using this time to improve yourself and secure your financial future, you may look back when it's all over and regret the time you missed out on this life-changing opportunity. It's a family event too. So get the entire family, close friends, business partners around the screen and learn. This is the time to change the legacy of your family. So here's what it looks like. You can dress up or you can dress down. You can fight over the most comfortable seat in your house. I don't care. Then I need you to download and print out your workbook, tune out all other distractions, and tune in to Make Real Estate Real live event on your big screen TV, computer, or even your cell phone. You're probably wondering, Jamal, how much is this gonna cost? Well, if you were to come to one of our events here in Chicago, it'll cost you $2,000 per ticket. Then you have to pay for the flights, the hotel, food costs, or whatever other expenses. But since you're streaming it live into your home or to your phone, we want to do something special. What if we let you attend for free? Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking like, wait a minute, man, are you serious, Jamal? Free? Yes, well, kind of for free. You see, the cost is actually $9.97, but that's the cost of the online course, which you're also going to get access to when you join this live event. That's right, lifetime access to the recordings of the live event, plus the entire online course of Make Real Estate Real, so you can watch it at any time for the rest of your life. You're also going to get direct access to my entire team, and they can help you find the right properties, finance your deals, and position you to win in real estate investing like they done me for so many years. But that's not all. My brand new 9 to 5 Millionaire book is coming out soon, and I want to give you a free copy of the hardcover book, the audio book, the workbook, and my 9 to 5 video course series valued at all over $1,000. I know you're thinking, Jamal, it's crazy. Oh, and one last thing. You're going to get access to my Make Real Estate Real Alumni Association calls for free for 1 month. So you can get access to the deals of the week and my coaching and accountability calls to assist you with executing your vision. So now let me ask you, who's up next? I want you to become a 9 to 5 millionaire too. So this is the best time to get started. Now you might be wondering, who is Make Real Estate Real live for, Jamal? Well, it's for those blue-collar 9-to-5ers that want to build generational wealth for their families like I did. It's for those who feel that their life is meant to make a difference, and they are sick and tired of living paycheck to paycheck just to provide a better life for their loved ones. So if you're ready to take massive action and change your family's financial future today, make sure you register for our live virtual event right now, and I'll see you there. Let me tell you, it's time to make real estate real. You can't afford not to any longer. Let's go.